lots of things we're going to chat about, and I wanted to show you a couple things on Steam real quick. So, here's my American Truck Simulator, and so far I've did some driving between now and my last stream, but here are the things that I have already completed. I successfully parked a trailer at a delivery point. You just simply, it's your first delivery. I successfully parked a trailer at a hard delivery point, meaning that I reversed the trailer into its place, but not perfectly. I delivered my first heavy cargo pack job, and that stuff like crawlers, bulldozers, excavators, side matters. Delivered my first special DLC mission with no damage and on time. So this one's going to be tricky because I have that special transport mod with no limitations, and like I mentioned before, when you have that activated, it kind of causes a glitch in the game where if you leave it on and you go to pick another load that is not special transport, you're going to find the cargo in among the normal transport. And that can be tricky because then it glitches. So if you pick up massive tech part, for example, go to a company to pick up the load, as it's listed, it's not listed as special transport. You go to the company to pick it up, and sometimes they'll be jumping all over the place, or if you try to connect your truck to it, you'll start jumping all over the place, flipping you over. And other times, if you're driving along, you get out just fine, you drive along, and you need to go to a service area for whatever reason. And when that happens, half the time, your trailer is going to get stuck and you're going to be jumping all over the place. So always make sure to have that turned off if you decide to use it. And I completed 12, I collected 12 companies so far. And I've done 16 deliveries. I've delivered 1 heavy cargo, 1 special transport. Yes, I did actually 2, but like I mentioned before, the first one was an actual special transport, but the second one was listed under normal cargo because of the glitch I mentioned. And then I completed a 4th machinery delivery. I completed a perfect delivery, no damages, no fines. I'm on time for 3 of my, for the 4th machinery delivery. Parking challenged. Perfect driving. That requires me to back up. I've discovered 18 cities of Texas, and I have viewed 2 cutscenes from at least 25 viewpoints in Texas. So when I drive by them, again, we'll view them so that you can see for yourself. I deliver cargo to and from our shipyards. I've done 3 of them. I must have done 1 or 2 in the night because I don't remember seeing them. And I completed 1 delivery of cotton. I don't remember which one it was, but it was either the Lint, Seed, and Harvester with Texas. Well, in the old cotton fields back home It's just a little while. Okay, I don't remember the lyrics, but the Beach Boys had a song called Cotton Fields. Okay, I wanted to show you the Steam Workshop. Oh, this shows my history of, okay, just so you know where I'm at. I have this full screen. Ooh. Okay, so Steam, here's our list of DLCs. I have 30 of them. And here's the workshop. This is where I get my subscriptions. Oh, I have this one. This is the list of my subscriptions of what I have subscribed. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. Alright, let's go do some driving. If I can find, there we go. And I want to open my chat. Seems to have disappeared. There we go. Well, hello. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to my live channel. Okay. Close my magnifier. Because every time I try to use it, I can't open the game. Okay. Introducing Kansas. I'm actually not surprised that Kansas is now was the next state, because if you look at the map and the way it's laid out, it would actually I think my voice is still recovering from my cold. Well, I lost my voice a couple of weeks ago because I'm clearing my throat a lot and it feels dry. And I'm probably also not drinking enough water, which is something I need to work on. But anyway, if you look at the map, no, let's use this one. Yeah, it's easy to see. So if you look at the map, it doesn't make sense for them to put North Dakota and South Dakota next because of the way it just wouldn't make any sense. So you can see that there's literally almost a straight line on this border. Almost. So it actually makes sense for Oklahoma and then Kansas to be next. And then I believe it'll be Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota. And maybe they will do a bundle. I mean, some of these states are smaller. Kansas is smaller than Colorado, it looks like. Oklahoma looks like it would fit the whole state in Texas. Or even Mexico. New Mexico, I mean. It's really fascinating to me how all these states are so big, but the further east you go, the smaller the state to get. I think it has to do with they mostly stayed on the East Coast, on the east side, after the colonization of America from the Roanoke, Virginia, or West Virginia, I'm not sure which state, and then moving on to and they just kind of stayed on the East Coast, mostly down to Georgia. And eventually in the 1800s, they reached Missouri, and they just went further and further west. And in the 30s, 40s, 50s, they started settling in California, Oregon. So started having ships going from California to the east and back. And then the late 1800s, the steam engine. So it's really interesting to me how, excuse me, it's just interesting how the United States is laid out, where most of the population is on the West Coast, like California, Arizona, Oregon, Washington. Then on the East Coast, but in the middle, it's kind of less populated. The population has grown a lot in Utah. It's crazy. And Wyoming looks empty, but it's still a good state. So, yesterday I started a drive hauling used packaging from Texas to Dallas, Texas. Too bad the Dallas Cowboys lost. Well, actually, I'm glad that the Cowboys lost because I was rooting for the San Francisco 49ers. Unfortunately, I'm disappointed that the 49ers lost. I mean, that was just breaking to see Brock Purdy get injured literally on the first drive of the game and not be able to come back in. I mean, what an amazing season he had. He was the last pick in the draft. Let me get out of here first. Epic. This is for the bright lights I got on is from the from one of the lights from the Steam Workshop I showed you. But anyway, Brock Purdy, he was the very last pick in the NFL draft, like literally the last pick. And he was able to go, I believe 8-0. I believe it was 8-0, and he was able to limit his turnovers. It was pretty. I personally thought it was an amazing story, and I personally don't understand why people are inspired by it. Maybe it's because they don't like the Niners or something. I don't know, but I'm personally inspired by the story of a kid, 22-year-old kid, who was the last pick of the draft. Nobody expected anything or much from him. I mean, even Brady wasn't last. He was in the 6th round, but he wasn't last. Nobody expected much from him. And there's never been there has never been a quarterback that was picked very last like Brock, who has done what Brock done. There was no quarterback that was drafted last that has started a game, thrown a forward pass in a game as a starter, made it to the playoffs, made it as far as the NFC playoffs. Brock has also made history by scoring a pair of touchdowns in each of his first 7 starts, I think. Because in the last game he didn't even throw a touchdown. Oh darn! I think I missed. Oh, I forgot about that. I wanted to go here and there, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll keep going. But anyway, and there was some other records he made. Let's look it up real quick. I mean, I know not everyone's a fan of football, but I love football, especially stories that inspire me, and Brock definitely does. Okay. Okay, oh, NFL. I want to know the NFL. He sets rookie playoff record with 4 touchdowns. There was some other records that I think he broke or made. Despite what happened yesterday in his game, first rookie in NFL history with 4 touchdowns in a playoff game. And the 49ers scored the most. So yeah, he broke some records, and you can see here, 16, 17, 18 games. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I thought he didn't throw an interception in those games? I don't know why. The first 2 games, but then in the 18 game, and then the next few games he didn't. Look at all those touchdowns. The last 3 games he paired. He had at least 2 touchdowns per game. But he had a problem with getting sacked. But I think he got better at it, though. And they still won. So I think he has a lot of potential to be great. I really do. Hopefully he can overcome the adversity that comes with this injury. I mean, it must have affected him deeply to not be able to come through for his team. And what made it worse is is it Jason Johnson, I think? The backup quarterback? He was terrible. I mean, I understand 1 delay of penalty, but not 2 in a row. Now, either it was 2 drives or 2 in a row, I don't remember. But 1 delay of penalty, in my opinion, is acceptable. But 2, and being a veteran quarterback, that's not acceptable. At least not in my opinion. And the game just got worse and worse and worse from there. And I'm not sure I understand why they didn't put McCaffrey on that quarterback if he was the emergency quarterback. I don't know if he would have made a difference, but what's said is done. What's done is done, and I hope that he can overcome this adversity and make him stronger going forward. I really do think he has potential. Brock Purdy got potential, okay? In my opinion. But it kind of felt like, I don't know, it felt like the Eagles came across as playing dirty. But I guess that's part of the game, that players get injured and in a freak accident. That looked painful. Hopefully it's not so serious that he won't be ready for training camp. But I'll be rooting for him next year. And I'm rooting for Jimmy G still, wherever he goes. He's been dealt a bad luck. In my opinion, if you look at his record, the 16 season, 15-16 season, they went to the Super Bowl. When he played most of the season, they did really well. But when they didn't, shoot. I did not see that. I hit a car. I wanted to get on this exit, but I didn't see it in time. Hey, let me get on the... Don't you see me trying to get on the exit, you stupid truck? Okay, anyway, back on the exit. And now in the lower left-hand corner, I discovered another city. I'm getting close to discovering all the cities in Texas. Now, speaking of Jimmy G, in my opinion, he dealt with a bad luck because of all the injuries he just sustained. I mean, yeah, let's take a look at the starting quarterbacks for San Francisco 49ers. And I'll show you what I mean. Where is that Wikipedia I like to look at sometimes? Here we go. Alright. So, look at this. Jimmy G only played 5 games and then 3 games. This was the year they went to the Super Bowl, 2019. And then they played only 8 games. And then the next year he played 15 games, which was last year. Played 15 games, but they lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship. So it seemed to me the only success they had is when Jimmy G was able to play, was healthy and play the whole season, but he couldn't. Now this time, they had better success, and I think that with the combined effort of Jimmy G and Brock Purdy, they were able to advance as far as they have. So, let's look at the postseason. Team career passing records. I thought that was a postseason. I think that's it. Okay, see, 2019 2-1 because he lost in the Super Bowl. 21, which was last year. Wait, he lost in the Super Bowl. And it's funny, Brock Purdy also has 2-1 because they played the wild card division and then lost in the NFC Championship. But it's funny, each of them all have 2-1 records, even Colin back in 2012. It's funny. And Steve Young was like 1-1 for 3 years. Ever since his Super Bowl run, he just couldn't break it past whatever season he was in. Whatever game, whether it was wild card or division. But at least he made it to the Super Bowl. And he's been to 3 Super Bowls. Except because 2 as Joe Montana's backup quarterback. And the third one, he went on to beat the Chargers. So, moving on. I guess we'll talk a little bit about the quarterbacks I like and that inspire me that I like. Okay, I'm probably going to get some slack for this, but I also like Baker Mayfield. Now, the reason being is because he helped the Browns get to the playoffs. The first playoff years win since, I believe, the 90s. That's incredible. But somehow he was dealt a bad hand in the last year, 2021 season. He was dealing with injuries. You can't expect him to be 100% when he's dealing with injuries. And now, I know I'm being a armchair quarterback, as they call it, or in my case, a computer armchair quarterback. Computer chair quarterback. He probably shouldn't have played last year. I think he should have maybe, I don't know. But what was amazing to me is that he joined the Rams, and then 2 days later, with only one practice with the Rams, he led a game-winning drive. Sure, he was 3-2 with the 2-3 with the Rams, but I thought it was pretty amazing. But then he and the Rams beat the Broncos like 50-something to 21, I think it was. I thought it was impressive personally, and I like to think that with the right coach, with the right team, he could have great success. He might never be an all-time great like I believe Joe Burrows and okay. All right, just as a note, with this light mod from Steam Workshop, I have to turn off the light so I can find that green indicator because I can't see it for some reason. Just can't see it with that light on. But anywho, as I was saying, I think that with the right coach, the right team, I believe the Baker will have a lot of success. And I personally hope that he will stay with the Rams next year as a backup quarterback. I know he probably said that he's a starting quarterback and that's what he wants to be, but I personally think that maybe he should stay with the Rams another year. Get some experience, learn from Matthew Stafford, and just get that experience. See, that light literally blocks out. But that's just my personal opinion. I can't make those judgments. I can share my opinion, but obviously I don't know anything. It's kind of like yesterday when I was watching the Bengals and the Chiefs play. I don't understand. There was around 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And Joe Burrows looked like he was trying to hurry up and get a touchdown in. It came across as if he thought it was it came across as if they were playing the drive like it was the last 2 minutes of the game. And I couldn't understand why they couldn't run the clock, run the ball more, drive it downfield. Maybe they would have scored a touchdown and be able to... Backing up this darn truck is hard. But anyway, I don't understand why they didn't run the ball more. And of course that late hit didn't help any at the end of the game. Personally, I don't think he meant to. Sometimes I think some of the personal fouls and late hits that happens, I think some of it was unintentional. Because you can't help the momentum. You already have a momentum, and then it ends up getting penalized. It's not like you did it on purpose. Gah. Stupid truck. Actually, it's a little hard for me to back up in the dark. And if I turn on the light, I can't see it even more. Alright, whoa! Alright, let's try this again. Back up, back up. Okay. I once watched a truck driver on YouTube say that the key to backing up is one, not turning the steering wheel so many times. Like, there we go. And also to imagine that you are pushing the trailer, guiding it to where you want it to go. See, what I mean is, when he said about moving the steering wheel, he says that the mistake truck drivers make is that they're literally messing the steering wheel, going like this, and then go like that, spinning the wheel to the point where they don't even know where the tires are. Then they ended up messing up. Like, at this point, I don't even know which way my tire is pointing. Let's see. So my tires are actually almost straight. Okay. Well, let's get this trailer and see what I got. A parking challenge. Alright. Continue. Excuse me. Okay, I need to check something real quick here. Oh no. One of my trades didn't work out. I'm bummed. I'm gonna close out for today. Well, maybe not. I'm thinking out loud. Okay. Oops. Oh. Cochlear implant is connected to both my phone and my computer. It can be really weird at times. Okay, what load should we do next? I'm discovering all the cities of Texas. There's still so many. Like, this is literally the biggest state. But what I like to know is why they can't add more cities. Like, why didn't they add more over here? I know there's less cities, but why couldn't they add some here, some down here, maybe add Orem there, add some cities here, add some cities here, add some cities a little more here. Same with California, add some here. Maybe add some here. I don't know, it just seems kind of unfair that Texas got this many cities. But I guess when you think about it, the state is literally the biggest state in the United States besides Alaska. Excuse me. Alright, let's see what Tyler. I'm gonna go to Tyler. Oh yeah, baby. My absolute favorite truck in the whole wide world. A cab over. What are we hauling today? I have gypsum? What is gypsum? Well, let's go look it up. I can't be the only one who wonders what that is. Okay, what is gypsum? Oops. I need that magnifier. I can't see that far. Gypsum. I think that's, oh, it's a mineral. It is a soft solar sulfate mineral composed of calcium sulfate dihydrate with the chemical formula CaSO. And this is what it looks like. Oh wait, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to figure out, is it a hole looking into some kind of mine? Or is this an actual rock? What do they use it for? It's a common mineral. Tell you, this is a little confusing, these pictures. United Kingdom, White Sands National Park, mining. Oh, this is golden gypsum from Winnipeg in Canada. But oh, here we go, and they use it as a finish for walls and ceilings, gypsum boards, and is known in construction as plasterboard, sheetrock, or drywall. Blocks, like concrete blocks in a building construction. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Mortar is an ancient mortar used in building construction. A component of Portland cement used to prevent flash setting or too rapid hardening of concrete. In agriculture, used as a fertilizer. Something reclamation of saline soils. Wood substitute in ancient world. Used in modeling, sculpture, and art like plaster. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I don't think I can ever eat. I don't know if I would eat tofu if that mineral within a food and drink. But I don't know enough about it. Oh, used in baking as a dough conditioner, reducing stickiness, and as a baked good source of dietary calcium. Interesting. Used in mushroom cultivation, plaster for surgical supplies. That's interesting. It's got a wide variety of use. I wonder if there are minerals that we haven't discovered. It wouldn't surprise me if there are. Okay, I need a drink. Pardon me. I don't think I'm going to talk much at the moment. Maybe. Alright, off we go to Tyler. Interesting name. You know, the problem with this is that sometimes this light mod is that sometimes look, the left side is completely dark and I can only see the right side and it's making it really hard to see. Huh, well, that's a little easier, but I don't like it. I don't know which truck this is. I wouldn't have paid attention. Okay, let's see. Well, I know we're going to Tyler, but sometimes I like to do to kind of move towards my goal of 100% discovery, map discovery. All right. Okay, this is hard. I'm not going to be able to see the cars. This light is really bad. Let's see what truck this is. I can't even see inside the truck. It's only 11:30. Oh wow. Okay, let me go check the audio so you can have a little bit of something. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think you guys are getting any audio from my desktop computer. I mean, Yeah, you're getting sound from my microphone. According to this, I'm getting sound from my microphone, but something tells me my cochlear implant screwed with me again. Stupid cochlear implant. Yep, it did it again. I don't know why it always does this. See, I wear a cochlear implant, and right now I have my mini mic plugged into my monitor, and the sound audio output is supposed to be going through my mini mic. But somehow it's going through my sound card, and my monitor is not showing up on there. And the only way for me to get it back is to restart the computer, which I'm not going to do. I don't know why, but when I walk away to like eat some lunch or something, and I come back, and somehow the audio from that's supposed to be coming out of my computer monitor is gone. I love my cochlear implant, but it messes with my computer somehow, or the connection between the mini mic and my computer gets a little messed up, or the settings. So I'm just gonna move on. So that's why I can't. Oh, if the light doesn't work on very well on this Freightliner, so I might end up crashing because I cannot see. That's okay. This is my favorite cab. Oh, went too fast. That's alright. I'm gonna go stop and turn around at this gas station. See, look at this. This lighting is terrible. Excuse me. I mean, it works great for some of the trucks, but other trucks, such as this one, it's really bad. For me being visually impaired, it doesn't work very well. Trying to. So wait, am I holding gypsum now? Or yeah. I don't remember if we were talking about it for my last photo or not, but yeah, okay. Now you learned something new about gypsum. But one of the things that I'm doing is I'm learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market and digital currency like crypto. I believe that you can make a lot of money learning how to trade successfully by reading the charts and understanding the charts. And there's a myth that says that you have to spend all day studying the charts, but in reality you don't. You just need to learn to use the tools and strategies that's been given to you. That works for you. So if you want to learn more about how I'm learning about it, you can post a comment in the live chat or comments. And be sure to like and subscribe. And like this video or make any comments and feedback, criticism, because I'm still new at streaming, and I don't know what mistakes I'm making. But I'm sure I'll get better at it. All right. It's just, this is really, really bad lighting. You know what? I think I'm gonna start, I wanna go find that light mod that I like. I don't think it works on this truck if I remember correctly, but I don't like this. I mean, sometimes it works great and other times it doesn't. Alright, let's see here. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Roller stick vehicle light. This is the one that I believe I use. It's either this one or this one. Well, can't remember which one it was. Where'd it go? I saw another one, but wait a minute. Download realistic. Well, maybe if I type trailer. Here we go. So let's try this one and see if either of them will work. Now, I want to emphasize something very, very important. Now, I use one of these mod sites. Now, when you're using these mod sites, you need to be careful. You need to pay attention to what you're doing. You need to do it slow. Okay, so let's take this one for example. I'm not going to download it, but I just want to show you something. So, well, I don't think it's this one I use. I can't remember which one I use. ATF mod. Maybe it was this one? Let's click on that one. Whatever. Maybe click on that and see what happens. This is the site that I use. Okay. Mod stats, but looks like the download link changed since I last used it. But let's say it takes you to here. And you're gonna see downloads in different places. You see a download button there, a download button there. You need to read and watch what you're doing. Like, look at this. If you would have clicked this download button right here, you'd be downloading some junk. Some kind of junk. So you need to make sure that you're looking at this. But sometimes it can be tricky. It takes you to another site again. You see a download button there and a download button there. Make sure you click on the right download button. This is not the right one because look at it. Look where it's at. This is the right button. Why? Because it's right here. And it says click green button. Download. And sometimes this is going to happen. Now, Okay, I think it downloaded something. I did not see the open dialog box, so I know it downloaded something that somehow isn't supposed to be there. So we'll try again. Click on the green button. It did it again. What is going on here? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so we're going to go to my downloads folder. Yeah, see, this is not supposed to happen. So don't even try to click on it. You delete it immediately because it's supposed to say .scs. So let's try this one more time. It should be the green button. See, there you go. These two were incorrect. The third time was the charm. And see how this says .scs? That's the correct file. So always make sure you're watching what you're doing and you're paying close attention. Now, let's look at the other one. See? .scs. Where's the download button? Right here. Gonna take you to the next page. Green. Again, not this one, it's this one. Now, pay attention. Is this the right one? No, it's not. It's not supposed to happen. For some reason, it's downloading automatically. Usually, it's supposed to have a file box open, but for some reason, it's not doing that this time. Nope, no success there. One more time. There we go. Now it's downloading the correct file. And now sometimes you will have a file dialog box pop open. Again, look at that box very, very carefully to see what you are downloading. If it looks familiar, if it is .scs at the end, which is the software company for American Truck Simulator, and if you're seeing the name like this one, that's correct. If you see say scs .exe, no, .exe, that's incorrect. So you gotta be very, very careful, please. I implore you, if you want to download mods, take it slow and carefully. Do not rush. Because as you can see, in my process to download those two mod files, I ended up downloading 2 junks, which normally doesn't happen. Normally what does happen is the dialog box opens, but for some reason it didn't do that this time. So let's go to my file folder. I'm going to click on downloads. Now, this is not it. Delete. These two are proper. So I'm going to move this to my mods folder, if I can find it. Take it, put this in here. And then we'll put an American Truck Simulator mod map right here. I don't have any mods except for this one right there. See again, SCS. Okay, now it can be .rar, .7z I think it is, and .zip, period, whatever you want to call it. They can be those files because those are unzipped files that you need to unzip because it was too big to put the original one. And you can find that online anywhere you want. But that, we'll talk about it again some more because I'm going to download more mods. And eventually I want to go for I'll drive across the country again from California to Maine. It'll be fun. Sometimes those drives are fun. I like to put on the 100 mile, turn off the thing. Excuse me. So let's get that thing moved up. Where'd that thing go? Oh, hate when it does that. Oh well. Let's see. What time is it? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop streaming for now, and we'll pick it up later. Besides, I need to restart my computers. So, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and be sure to like and subscribe, and leave any constructive criticism to help me get better. Have a great rest of your day. Peace. Oh, stop.